The BJP is a party of the middle classes that got economically liberated only in 1991. Well, 1991 onwards. So they are unfamiliar with the Western idiom. They can't communicate with the West. They don't know how to put their point across. The BJP itself is quite substance free and event heavy. Their idea of changing the narrative is to do a big event with lots of drums and dancers on there. It isn't to actually set up a think tank which does serious, academic work and statistics and things like that. All they realistically have to do is get the police data, which is very hard to get for an ordinary individual like me, but very easy to get for them. You've seen the Pew poll that showed that Indian Muslims are happier than Muslims anywhere else, apparently. This government has also spent more money on Muslim education than any previous government before it, and cumulatively, in fact. This government has done more for the upliftment of Muslim women than any previous government before it. And in fact, because a lot of the programs for weavers and textile makers, the majority of weavers and textile makers, at least in the north, are Muslims. So it's actually empowering them, subsidizing them, and things like that. The other point we need to note is that when you say Indian Muslim, we're talking about Sunnis exclusively. We're not talking about the Shia. The Shia are at the top end of the economic ladder. Their per capita income is much higher than the Hindu per capita income. They are captains of industry. They're extremely rich. They also tend to vote BJP, the many sects of the Shia. So, for example, in the 12 Jafris, which is the Iranian denomination, are quite heavy in Lucknow and in northern Kashmir and Kargil. And Kargil tends to be very ambiguous, and they tend to be much more BJP leaning. You look at the Dawoodi Bohras and the Ismailis, they have a fantastic relationship with Modi. The Bohra Sayyidina is on record asking his community to vote for Modi. And wherever Modi goes, the Bohris are usually front in line to welcome him and things like that. So, this has been look, the BJP are just dunderheads when it comes to international communication. I don't think they understand English. I don't think they get an English idiom at all. It's not something to be mocked, because it is the reality of India that, in India, even when you have an English education, your actual comprehension and cognitive abilities in English are extremely low. It's English just in name. It's not really English. But I think for a government to be like this is inexcusable.